Today's a car review, and none better than to do a review on Tarkan's new car. It's a sports car.
We've come a long way from the Nissan Notes.
I know, he's done a Nissan Note.
The Nissan Note and the Clio have come a long way.
He's had a 22 reg, 72 reg Clio, 12 reg Note, but this is better than them all. It's the Toyota Struan, no, I'm kidding. It's a Toyota Celica, 2001, 1.8 litre variable valve timing.
I think it's a VDTI.
That's what VVT is.
Is it?
Variable valve timing.
Ah.
So Tarkan today is going to do my camera work so I can do the review properly, like for instance a car wow episode or something like that. And none better than next to it, the comfortable runabout. Alright, so we've got the keys in hand for the Toyota. It still has central locking even though it's 2001, which is a good feature. The car doors are very, very wide, so you have to watch when you're in and out in a tight car park space. As long as you're careful and you're not the size of me, you've not got an issue. In this car, it's a full leather interior, front and back. You got the Celica badges down at the doors. We've got the boot at the back, but it's got some stuff in it, so ignore that for now. What I do want to show you before we do the interior review is under the bonnet. And the latch, being a Japanese car, is under the driver's side. So we'll close that over, and we'll come under the bonnet. There's a wee latch here, and it lifts right up with a scoop. Some heat here, so I'm very happy that it's at least a bit warm. Under here we've got the VVTI logo in red, which is a nice touch. It still has a plastic engine cover, so you can't see all the magnificent metal, but nothing that's too much to worry about. We've got brake fluid reservoir here, we've got the latch obviously there. You can still see the strut mountings there for the suspension, which is actually quite handy if you ever need to change them. There's the 3 bolts there for the caps, and we can get under, so on. I've seen the Ford Fiestas that are on 23 plates that the engine is just crammed together, like you can't get to anything. Except if I wanted to get something down there, it might be slightly more difficult, and it's really fucking hot. The battery's still good, Nick, even though it's sat for a wee while, it started without a problem. There's your catches there to let you know if the bonnet's open or shut. Even my car doesn't have it in that obvious position. It just happens to say bonnet open. How the fuck do you know? I'm going to start the engine for you quickly and let you hear what this car sounds like. There you go. All the exhaust and also sounds like a good. I can give it a little bit of a push, but not much. All we're going for. And one last thing that I found really cool being a slightly retro car is you still have a manual throttle. It's the wee switch down here that you can press. You push that, it's actually got the cable leading through and it pulls it. That's just really cool, you don't see that much anymore. So, on the driver's door, you would have seen this before, but we have no window controls. That's because they're on the centre console. We do have power mirrors though, which I've seen several cars newer than this which do not, including the 22 reg Kia Picanto, possibly the worst car I've ever driven. It sounds like it's got diarrhea when you rev it, for lack of better options. So you get to the steering wheel, there's no buttons or anything fancy on the steering wheel, which makes it a much better driving experience. You can have your hands on the wheel, not worry about turning your cruise control on and off, because it doesn't have it. You've got your wiper controls here on this stock, your washers, I'm not going to do them right now because there's no need to. You've got your headlight controls there, you hear the noise of the engine change when you turn them on. You've got your fog lights, of course, which are on that stock, but they won't turn on until I've done that. The parking lights, all that lovely jazz. The horn's there, but I'm not doing it because it's literally 4 minutes to 11. As you see, Tarkan, it looks like he's installed his LED lights on here.
Yep.
So you can actually see the footwell. Other than that, minus this cluster here, there's meant to be a dial for dimming, but yes, it does work. There you go. There's your dimming dial. You've got a wee pocket in here for storing your stuff. You've got an ashtray, which is a lovely retro piece, and then your air conditioning stuff. Now from this point back, Tarkan's going to have to get in the car with me to see what's going on. So we've got a 6-speed manual transmission in this car, and the reverse gear is very different to most that I've seen. Usually you have to give it a push down, a pull up, as a trigger or a button, something that you have to do. But this car, you push it along to first, then give it another push, and that goes into reverse. And it doesn't have a lockout feature, so if you go from fourth, you can still go into reverse. But as long as you know what car it is, you know how to drive it, you have to put a fair amount of pressure into pushing that left into reverse. So it's not a big problem. Then obviously we've got the manual handbrake, It's a lovely touch. Most cars don't have it now, but it's a good fail-safe feature because the electric buttons don't always work. Cough, cough from Renault Megane. I don't dislike Renaults, but that one had a particular issue. The electric handbrake failed. We've got our 2 cup holders in the middle, our window switches, which I said before, are in there, and these are obviously frameless windows, so as soon as you put the window down, it's just a big lump of metal from plastic. Not in a bad way, it's a good way. You've got your window locking, door locking switches there. Central locking, it's good. You've got your 12 volt power port in here, which originally did come with a cigarette lighter, which Tarkan still has. He's also just pointed at the door lock for what reason?
It's not something you see in cars very much, as those.
Very true.
I've not seen them since I think my dad's Vauxhall Vectra, and that was 2006 or something. What?
My car has them.
Does it?
Yeah. It's a Japanese thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
There you go then.
A lot of the other cars used to have the little dimples that would go down into the door frame.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like them because if they jammed, you had to go.
Is that the one you see people put like wire in through the door to try and like pull the switch?
Yes. It's annoying. Now obviously being a smoker's car, not literally, but back in the day when smoking was a cool thing, you used to have to empty the ashtray, and you can literally do that by just pulling it out.
Before cancer was introduced.
Yeah, before it was invented. You can push the little door on there, it's spring held, that's how that opens. That holds it shut, it's got a bit of force behind it. It's nice. You just tuck that back in there, shut the door. The climate controls in here obviously aren't dual zone, it's not needed anyway, but we have the temperature. No, we don't. Eventually we will, there we are. We have the temperature sitting there, we've got the heated screen, we got right to the front of the car, passenger towards the passenger and feet, towards feet only, and towards feet and the windscreen. We've got recirculation, we've got automatic air conditioning button which changes the noise of the engine, and obviously this lovely dial here which changes your outside, it shows your outside temperature when you press it. When you press it again, that's your temperature you've set it to. It's a good little option that not everybody gets, but there we are. Other than that, we have got the glove box sitting there, which is lockable via key right there. It's just got a can of Red Bull in it. It comes standard with the car and the manual with all its documents. Red Bull was a magnificent drink. It came standard with every Toyota. Can't say that in a straight face. So you've got your light up here. You've got the panoramic sunroof and sunroof controls. If Tarkan shows this, it's got the sliding bottom here, and we press the button. It opens to the first lock. Press it again and hold for a second. It opens the screen back. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Literally, if I sit up straight, my head goes through the sunroof. Hence why my seat is sat back like that. I test drove this car before it was bought, and I had to sit like this driving it. But do you know what? That is quite comfortable, because the way the car is, it's very low, you can see perfectly fine from this position.
It's the Toyota Flintstone.
The what?
The Toyota Flintstone.
Flintstone. Yeah. It actually creates better lighting here. I like sitting with the sunroof open. The glass, I believe it's PVC, not PVC. What's this stupid stuff called?
Perspex kind of.
Yeah, that's the one. Just a thicker perspex. So it's not glass. If it does smash, it's cheap to replace, but it does scratch easily. Not that that's really important. Other than that, there's a clock on the dash, which is really, really easy to set. It's got H&M for hour and minute. You hold it to change the hours, you hold it to change the minutes. It's got a reset right there on the hour. The hazard lights are sitting right there. Super easy to find. You switch it on so you can get an all-round look at the hazard lights. Lovely. And we'll not go around the back because I've not covered that plate. There's nothing wrong with it being shown, but for the sake of these car reviews, I like to have my name on it. Personal touch. I see nothing else that I want to review other than the back seats, which look really comfortable. So if Tarkan wants to pull the lever to the side of him there, the chair back releases and the whole thing skies forward at Mach 1. It's got a pocket in the back, a net pocket, you can see what's in it, nothing hiding there. The lights are controlled under there, we'll ignore that. There's a kick for the person in the back if they can't get out. They just put their foot on that and press and the seat goes like that. The back seats are dipped down in the middle. Why is that, you might ask? Because the roof goes like that. If you didn't have the seat back down the way, you'd be bumping your head on every speed bump. In fact, you'd probably smash the roof. I can't sit in there without leaning back, but I am 6 odd feet, so that's not really surprising. They are comfortable though, they're very cushioned, the carpets are well made, the seat belts still have good tension in them, which is good to see. The back windscreen still works, it's not cracked, it's not chipped, it's heated. The front windscreen's not cracked or chipped, it's just slightly dirty because of road dust, but that's expected. And it has these comfortable little holes there, and the headrest, which is good for choking somebody. You just slide a zip tie through there. The air vents are still airplane style, which is nice to see. I call them airplane vents because that's typically what they have. And that's pretty much the end of my review, other than the fact that the fuel cap has a lever on the floor down here that opens up, and it's got the anti-siphon fuel system in it where you put the nozzle in and it pulls up the metal lid afterwards. That's not anything important to show. Other than that, I've said other than that about 10 times, count them up yourself. We're going to close the sunroof in fact and let you see that it does that properly. First to the click. And then it shuts. Easy.
And remember folks, you can win this new Toyota Celica for just £1 in our new raffle.
So you can. I would tell you the price of the car that we got it for, but it's down to a friend here with us, we tell you.
You know what? I'd say it was a bargain, so I'm happy to go for it.
Right, the seller of this car was asking £2,000, but through me taking my paperwork down, I printed out Chris Fix's car checklist. It's another plug, but it does work. You write down the details of the car, what year, what model, what make, what engine does it have, is there any damage around the rotors, is there bodywork issues. Then from there you can make your informed decision. Well, we bargained him originally down to 1,500 quid, which he said, well, after hearing what you've said, I'll say 1,500 quid. I says, no, that's not really worth it. The alloys need kind of refurbished in a sense, but they're still quite good. There's only one or two that's actually needed done. All in all, I bargained him down. He said, oh, I think the repairs give you £800. I went, if we're putting £800 of repairs on, you're asking £2,000, I'm going to give you £1,200 right now. Hold out your hand. So he thought about it for a minute, he went, fine. So deal done. Tarkin got the car, £1,200, drove away the same day. Obviously didn't need trailer or nothing because it worked perfectly fine. He put a jerry can of fuel in it for us and then drove it away. This guy lived quite out in the sticks. So.
Big shout out to Eric. Oh no, what's his name? Alec.
Was it?
Alec, yeah.
Alex, yeah.
Big shout out, Alec.
I read it as Alex. I think it's his real name, Alex.
Fair enough. Big shout out to big man Alec.
Yeah, he sold the car. The only reason he sold it actually is because he got an 06 plate, a blue one.
Upgraded to the T-Sport, which is a model up.
Something like that.
With an extra.
The VVTi, the VVTLi, the GT Sport or whatever he says.
This has got 140 brake horsepower, and the one he's got is 190.
Something, yeah. That's it. So they're very nice cars either way. I would take his car or Tarkan's car, either way, they're nice, you know. But I've got my car because that's what suits me. It's down to personal, preferences.
And you will see this car on the next episode of Does It Scrap?
You will probably see this car in more episodes. I'm hoping that Tarkan might bring up to doing something like car journeys, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the old Top Gear used to do.
It's not my car that's going on to talk Will It Scrap, it'll be your car.
On what?
Your car will be going on Does It Scrap, and my car will be going on Neo Legends.
Does it fit under a truck? You want to take the piss? I can do it. So, it's friendly banter, folks. We do this all the time. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.